Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another exciting board meeting. Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, Marie Johnson,
Here.
Peggy Kelland,
Here.
John Morgan,
Present.
Keith Odoms,
Present.
Linda Rappaport,
Here.
Rob Rubin,
Here.
Eddie Schlesauer,
Here.
and James Spencer,
I'm here, John.
and John Lumia. I'm here. Could you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the following individuals who recently passed away: Elizabeth Bragdon, Peter Sismar, and Barbara Gordon. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the
Of
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Under God, indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty and justice for all.
for all.
Thank you, everybody. 2.01, recognition comments for board members. Are there any comments to recognize individuals in the community or students? Any comments? Okay, seeing none. 2.02, public comments on agenda items.
I think John had a comment.
Who did John?
John Morgan, yeah.
Oh, John, go ahead, John. I'm sorry. I didn't see your hand.
I just wanted to comment that in line with one of the board's goals to make sure that we're meeting the heightened mental health needs of our students after a year of isolation, that May is Mental Health Month, and I wanted to recognize the efforts of Mrs. Donna Thomas and James Warriors that will be part of what's going on in secondary schools.
Thank you, John. Are there any other comments? All right, public comments on agenda items 2.02. A total of 30 minutes at the beginning of each board meeting is set aside to allow for public comments on agenda items only. Individual comments on agenda items are limited to 3 minutes and are welcomed. Based on the open meeting law and board policy 1230, debate or dialogue with board members is not allowed during a meeting. Compliments or complaints about student discipline, specific student issues, or personnel must not be addressed during public comment. Comments or questions submitted to the use of the public comment form will be sent to the appropriate staff member who will provide a response on the district public comment response webpage. If you wish to address items relating to a school district that are not on tonight's agenda, another comment period is provided at the end of the meeting for that purpose. In the interest of civility and respect for different points of view, clapping, booing, or any disturbance or disruption is not permitted. At this time, comments related to agenda items are welcome. Please state your name and the agenda items you're speaking on. Alberta, are there any comments on the agenda items?
At this time, there are no comments submitted.
Thank you very much. With that being said, 3.01 Superintendent's Report. Dwight, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, President Lumia, Vice President Odoms, and members of the Board of Education, as well as the Wappinger Central School District learning community. A few announcements. First of all, as Trustee Morgan indicated, May is Mental Health Month, and myself and Superintendent Zip had a meeting with Donna Thomas from James Warriors and Don Cavassini last week about some innovative programming that we can begin to employ within our district. We've talked about the social and emotional issues that our students have experienced this year during the pandemic. It's been a board goal, it's been an administrative goal, and we're looking forward to working with them to assist us in that regard. In addition to that, I would like to recognize our bus drivers, as today is School Bus Drivers Day in New York State. And I would like to thank our bus drivers for all of their efforts, especially during a pandemic. Our bus drivers are the first people that our students see in the morning and the last people that they see at the end of the day. They have tremendous responsibility in the work that they do, and I want to thank them and wish them all a happy New York State School Bus Drivers Day. In addition to that, the budget video was completed late last week, shortly after it was approved by the Board of Education. If you haven't seen it, the budget video is up on the district website. It's about 20 minutes in length. In addition to the video, there are also some slides, and the slides will be rotating as the presentation is going on. We've also reached out to the local municipal officials and asked them if they would be able to put that video on the public access channels as well. So that will be a 20-minute budget video in English. We will have a 10-minute budget video coming out in Spanish. I again would like to thank Louis Oliveria for his assistance, Spanish teacher at John Jay. He will be doing the narration, as unfortunately my Spanish needs some improvement. So with that, I also want to commend the fine arts in the theater, John J. Proscenium and Roy C. Ketchum Mask and Mime. We have talked about in person, on stage performances by our students, and that is exactly what is happening at Roy C. Ketchum High School through Mask and Mime and John Jay with Proscenium. The show, the Mask and Mime show at Roy C. Ketchum High School will be May 21st and May 22nd. John J. Proscenium will have their shows on June 9th and June 10th. Again, all of these individuals performing will be performing on stage. Not exactly sure at this point if we'll be able to have parent attendance there or exactly how that will work. More information will be coming, but at the very least, it will be live streamed. So we're happy that our theater students have the opportunity to get on stage this year. In addition to that, I'd like to move to athletics and congratulate the John Jay girls volleyball team for being the Section 1 Class A champions. Congratulations, Coach Mahoney and all members of the John Jay girls volleyball team. And lastly, not to be outdone by the Science Olympiad at our high schools, both the Van Wyck Junior High School Science Olympiad and Wappingers Junior High School Science Olympiad placed at the state tournament. Van Wyck placed second. Wappingers Junior High School placed third. Congratulations to both teams. Excellent job by coaches and students. As far as the Van Wyck team, the information I have is that 4 of the 15 teammates earned medals at the state competition against 52 of the top schools in New York State. Shailene Bett, Arid Omar, they placed 8th in the state for meteorology, and Joey Mara and Ved Kadaru placed 4th in the state for Reach for the Stars. An amazing job was done by all. So again, congratulations. And again, to our community, if you have an opportunity, please look at the budget video. I wish I had an opportunity to do it in person, but under the circumstances with the coronavirus, we put together a good, solid presentation that I hope you find to be very informative. And of course, if you have any questions, we have that, I believe it's budget at WCSDNY.org website, where you can feel free to send any questions or feel free to contact us as well. And with that, again, I thank you for your time.
First of all, you did a very good job in the budget presentation, Dr. Bunk. I was looking forward to your Spanish speaking, but apparently that did not happen. Thank God.
You're very kind, President Lumia. You're very kind.
And in addition to that, I want to congratulate all the students and the staff for all the work they do for our students. Eddie, question, Eddie?
First, thanks, Dr. Bont, for those great announcements. Great job by all the students. They should be congratulated, especially dealing with the circumstances that they have to deal with. So that's a huge accomplishment for both junior highs. So they should be very happy and definitely proud of all those that participated. I just have a question. I know you have your weekly meetings with the Department of Health. Not sure exactly what day that would be for this week, but with the new guidance that just came out with the CDC, I was wondering if you might be able to inquire as to whether or not moving forward for outdoor sports, whether masks are going to be required for students to wear during outside sports. As an example, if I'm on the baseball team and I'm in center field by myself, am I going to be required to wear a mask? And I'm sure there are some students that may have been vaccinated and whether or not, there may be any additional guidance, in that area. So I don't know if you have any information, if any of that came up in discussion. If not, maybe you could just ask the Department of Health or Section 1, if some of those guidelines may change for outdoor sports for the spring for students. Thanks.
Sure, you're very welcome. We generally meet, we meet on Wednesday, so we will be having a meeting at some point tomorrow. But I can tell you that I did check to see if we did receive anything from Section 1, and we have not. So we are moving forward as if the current requirements are still what they were, unless we hear differently. So we're moving forward that it's still expected that students are to wear masks, and that's per the protocols that they had sent out. I will inquire tomorrow and find out if there's been any discussion in regards to that based on the latest information that has come out from the CDC. If you like, Ms. Pedro, we can include that somewhere on the website, and I can provide that answer not only to Trustee Sloshower and the board, but also any member of the community as well. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Anything
Sure.
else? 4.01 consent agenda resolution. Does anybody want to remove any item from the consent agenda? Seeing none. Keith,
Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the following consent agenda items as stated: 4.02, 4.03, 4.04, 4.05, 4.06, 4.07, 4.08, 4.09, 4.10, 4.11.
So
Motion.
moved.
Peggy,
Second.
Rob Rubin, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. 5.01, approval of the revised 2021-2022 school calendar. Keith,
Whereas the Board of Education adopted the 2021-2022 school calendar at their meeting of March 8th, 2021. Whereas it has been determined that the 2021-2022 school calendar requires additional revisions. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education does hereby amend the school calendar and adopts the 2021-2022 school calendar as revised.
motion.
So moved.
Peggy,
Second.
Rubin, any discussion?
Yeah, I just want folks to know that we're not acting unilaterally in this. As far as I know, I've been in contact. We're not the only district to do a revision to the calendar. Thank you.
Jim, Mr. Spencer?
I just wanted, I concur with Rob, but I wanted to know if there was someone, I saw something from, I think, Mr. Lokema, someone that can explain to the community why this change.
I think the superintendent wrote a letter to a community member explaining the change. but I think
Mr.
that-
Lokema, I'm not sure, is Mr. Lokema on this evening, Ms. Pedro?
Hi, Darren.
Yep, I apologize. I'm here.
Go right ahead, Mr. Lokema. If you can respond to Trustee Spencer, thank you.
Question about the calendar.
Yes.
So it was just brought to our attention that because we normally have 5 snow days, that going down to 4 snow days, we had to do one less instructional day that was on the calendar instead of 100. Well, for teachers, so instead of 189 days, we need 188 days because we didn't take into account the extra snow day was now reduced to from 5 to 4. So that's pretty much it. And then there's a couple other little clerical things on there that we cleaned up at the same time.
Thank you, Darren.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. 6.01, approval of use of district mark and royalty agreement, RATC photography and design.
Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the use of the Fishkill Plains Elementary School. Nope, excuse me, wrong one. Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the use of the Wapages Junior High School name and logo, official marks, and the royalty agreement between the Wapages Central School District and RATC photography and design effective April 28th, 2021. The Board of Education always allows
Allows.
Ratsky Photography and Design the non-exclusive rights and a license to use the district's official marks on graduate banners. Ratsky Photography and Design then issues payments to the district at 10% of net sales, which are accepted as a donation to the general fund. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education does hereby authorize the President of the Board of Education to sign the royalty agreement with Ratsky Photography and Design as stated.
Motion,
So moved.
moved,
Peggy and Rob second. Any discussion?
Yeah, just a clarification, as with other ones, I want to make sure this does, when we talk about 10% of net sales, that doesn't include the sales tax, right? It just includes the price of the garment. If anybody knows, I'm going to vote for it anyway, but I'd like a clarification.
Eddie? You have a response?
That has nothing to do. That's an expense paid by the vendor. Net sales is whatever the net, whatever if they cost them $50, whatever the expenses are, whatever the difference is their profit.
Okay,
They're paying us a 10% royalty on their
Okay.
particular profit.
thank you.
No
Jim,
problem.
did you get a question, Jim? Mr. Spencer?
No, I was just gonna say what Eddie said, but Eddie said it in front of me. So thank you.
Very, very
Okay,
good.
no problem. Sorry.
And in this case, it's not a garment, it's for including the logo on pictures.
If that's still a
Yes,
garment for
she does. If you remember at the last board meeting I think it was, it might have been Van Wyck. She's doing some sports, kids in uniform, in their uniforms and taking a picture and using that, for graduation picture and things of that nature. So the students are wearing school authorized apparel. So again, she's selling that. So she's getting permission to use that to sell to the students.
All right, motion?
We had it, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
motion.
All those in favor?
aye,
Unanimous. 6.02, same approval of use of district mark and royalty agreement. Once again, Ratsky Photography and Design. Keith?
6.02, resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the use of the Fishkill Plains Elementary School name and logo, official marks, and a royalty agreement between the Wapanger Central School District and Ratsky Photography and Design effective April 28th, 2021. The Board of Education allows Ratsky Photography and Design the non-exclusive rights and a license to use the district's official marks on the elementary graduate banners and signs. Ratsky Photography and Designs and issues payments to the district at 10% of net sales, which are accepted as a donation to the general fund. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve authorization the President of the Board of Education to sign a royalty agreement with Ratsky Photography and Design as stated.
Motion?
so
so
moved,
moved.
Peggy and Rob second. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye,
Unanimous. 6.03, approval of the 2021-2022 BOCES administration budget. Keith?
Resolved that the Board of Education of the Wapanger Central School District casts as one vote to approve the Board of Cooperative Educational Services administrative budget in amount of $4,856,000 and further authorize the district clerk to certify that a board resolution has been adopted and to complete the ballot by placing the X next to approve, indicating how the vote has been cast, and by completing the certification contained on the ballot.
Motion?
moved,
Dis-
so moved.
Discussion? Just a quick question. According to the resolution, it says where is it? 4,856,000. Yet at the same time, when you look at the actual printout from BOCES, I think it says for $4,215,288. So can somebody please explain to me the difference, if possible? I'll repeat it again. According to the document that I printed out today from BOCES, we've been assigned the total amount projected to be paid in 2021, 2022 is $4,215,288. $288, yet the resolution calls for a payment of $4,856,000.
John, the amount is $4,856,000. I don't know if I have the wrong form uploaded, but I have the ballot right here. I don't know if you can see, but that amount is what the resolution says.
I believe you. I saw
Okay, so
that.
I'm sorry, maybe I made an error. I don't know.
But
I can't see board docs.
according to the printout that we got from BOCES, where it lists all the amount that each district is contributing, Wappinger's supposedly 4,215,288. So I don't know what we're voting on.
Well, you're voting on the entire admin budget, not just the Wappinger component.
Okay, so you have a better explanation, Eddie?
Yeah, we're voting on the entire, and I guess Mr. Rubin could confirm this. We're voting on the entire administration budget, not just Wappinger's contribution to BOCES.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but this said,
Let me pull it up. I'm in board docs right now. Let me pull it up. See.
but this believe is what we have to pay out of that budget, and not the entire budget. $4,856,000. That's not the entire budget for BOCES.
Just the administrative budget. We only vote on the administrative budget.
We vote on an administrative budget, and that's the administrative budget
I understand
total.
that. Where's that amount? I don't see that in the actual documentation. Is what you guys said, that's what it is? I have to be a little bit more careful. Okay. If everybody agree, it's in
Well,
according to,
I think that we should confirm, John. I mean, it should only take us a couple of minutes to pull up board docs, right?
I'm looking at it to see.
It's on the Dutchess County BOCES board docs, correct, Rob?
Dutchess County Board, yeah.
Oh, the Dutchess County. Okay.
Yeah,
Where we
we have to
looking
go to
at?
the BOCES board docs to find it.
We got this document which says administrative budget for BOCES.
When is that dated, John? What's the date?
You know, Ms. Pedro is absolutely correct that on the ballot, it states the exact same amount.
I know that. I'm
We're
not
voting on.
questioning, Jim, I'm not questioning that. My question is why is it under?
I believe the information to be correct that's on the ballot. Again, it's the administrative budget, not
That's
Wappinger's total contribution to the BOCES budget.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's coincidental that those numbers are relatively
Similar.
close, although, you know, I say that with the danger of having people listening in going, John, $600,000 is not close. I understand that, but they're.
Ms. Pedro, could you explain that in further detail since it's being inquired about?
Honestly, I'm looking at what John is looking at, and he has a point. I don't understand why the numbers are different in the BOCES document that was provided and posted on their website. So I don't see where the $4,856,000 is coming from. If you look at that administrative component, wouldn't you think that would be the total price?
You know what? I'm not even seeing that number in the other attachment, Ms. Pedro, that gives us their estimated budget for 21-22.
Exactly. So I wish
There's a
this question
totally
was
different
raised
number
before.
listed.
I wish the question was raised before. I'm at a loss to tell you. All I can tell you is what the ballot I have and what was on their website, that document.
I wish
I hate
everybody.
to ask this question, Dr. Bonk. Is there a way to maybe reach Dr. Hooley or Mr. Metzger? Matt?
I would suggest, if you want me to pursue this further, I will. I would suggest that the board go into executive session and let me see if I can get the correct information.
Dr. Bach, before you do that, Albert, may I make a statement, John? John, may I
Go
make a
ahead,
statement?
yeah, Rob, go ahead.
Do we, Alberta, do we have the authority to list the two numbers, and depending on what's determined, let's assume that we vote for this, but depending on what's determined, allow John to
No.
either vote.
No,
We
it
do
has
not.
to be one resolution based on that ballot.
Okay,
So
Can
the,
we
if the
table-
board needs time, the proper thing would, if you'd like, is to make a motion to recess.
Can we skip this one and come back to it at the end? And possibly reach out to Dr.
Well,
Louie?
let's continue with the rest of rest of the board agenda, and then we'll come back to it if necessary. Okay, in the meantime, somebody can
Can we do that?
get the information.
Don't we have to make a motion?
I make a motion that we postpone on this vote and continue with the rest of the agenda, and then come back.
Postpone this
Come
one.
back.
So moved.
Second, Mr. Spencer, all those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Now I gotta find the rest of my agenda because I got all the stupid papers.
I got it. We're on 6.04. Vote on BOCES Board of Education candidate.
Before that goes on, just a quick explanation. Before the resolution is read, before Vice President reads the resolution, as you may know, we can vote for any 3 candidates. Only those who receive 5 votes will be nominated. You should also know that we can vote for our 2 board members. The process we will use is I will call out each candidate's name and vote by roll call. In the event that that our 2 board members are 2 other choices, then the one who gets the most votes from all other participants will be chosen. In the event that only 2 candidates receive at least 5 votes, only those 2 candidates will move forward.
So John, 2 people from our,
We can vote for both candidates from our district, but ultimately only one can serve.
oh,
And
sorry,
the one will serve is the one who gets the most votes from all the participating districts. That clear?
correct.
No?
That's clear. Yep.
So with that being said, I'll
Wait. That's not clear. So we can actually vote for 2, put
Hold
up 2 for nomination, but unless they have enough votes from all of the districts, that doesn't seem
no,
right.
let's suppose our 2 candidates, suppose we have.
Miss
the 2
Pedro
candidates-
has her hand.
Go ahead, Alberta, go ahead. I thought go ahead, Ms. Pedro.
I just wanted the board members to understand that you're allowed to vote for no more than 3 candidates. Okay? Each board member can vote for none, 1, 2, or 3 of the listed candidates. You can vote for both Marie Johnson and Rob Rubin right now. What will happen then is I will be tallying your votes. The candidates who get 5 or more will be the candidates that the Wappinger School District Board of Education will cast their votes for to the BOCES board. Mr. Lumia is explaining that should both Marie Johnson and Rob Rubin go forward, the BOCES will count all the votes from all the 13 school districts and tally those up. The highest 3 people will fill those vacancies. If 2 of the candidates end up being from Wappingers, the one with the lower of the 2 will be disqualified and they'll pick the 3rd highest vote at BOCES, but that's all done at the BOCES. So right now you're selecting 3 from the list and it can include the 2 Wappinger candidates.
That's what I thought I said, but that's okay. Thank you. Thank you for making it clear. Is that clear to everyone?
That is perfectly clear.
With that being said, I'll call it by roll call. First.
Let me, should I read the resolution
No,
first?
not yet.
Okay.
Until we decide who the candidate's gonna be, then you can read it. I'm gonna call roll call. First roll call, we'll start with Ms. Marie Johnson. And I'll, Ms. Odoms, yes, no, may,
Wait, John,
what happened here? I lost
are
us.
we voting for one candidate at a time?
Yes, we're
Are
gonna
you
vote for
putting up one name?
one candidate at a time.
Okay, so which one are you're putting up, Mrs. Johnson first?
Mrs. Johnson is the first candidate,
Okay,
and I'm calling by roll call. Keith Odoms,
Yes.
Marie Johnson,
Yes.
Peggy Kelland,
no,
John Morgan,
No.
Linda Rappaport.
you're muted.
I'm muted?
No.
Linda Rappaport,
No.
Rob Rubin,
no,
Eddie Schleichauer,
Yes.
Jim Spencer,
No.
John Lumia, yes. All right, second one. That's Miss Pedro, Three
Which
yes.
night, what is this?
3 yes. 1, 2, 3, 4 no, 5 no's. Excuse me, 4, 1, 2,
It was 4 yeses,
4 yeses,
5
and,
no's. Now you're on Mr. Keller Coffee.
and that's it. Ralph Coffee. Mr. Odoms. Keith?
You're muted.
I'm
Sorry about that. No, I'm sorry. No.
No. Marie Johnson,
No,
Peggy Kellen,
Yes.
John Morgan,
No.
Linda Rappaport.
I'm sorry, I didn't, who are we voting for now?
Jim Morgan says no.
No, I didn't.
Linda
Richard
Rappaport.
Kelly Coffee.
Oh, yes.
Coffee, yes. Rubin,
yes,
Schleichauer,
No.
Spencer.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and Lumia, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 yeses. 5 no's. Ed McCormick.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. Marie Johnson,
Yes,
Peggy Kellen,
No.
John Morgan,
Yes.
Linda Rappaport,
No.
Rob Rubin,
yes,
Eddie Schleichauer,
No.
Jim Spencer,
No.
John Lumia, no. 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses, 5 no's. Mr. Rubin, Keith Odom,
Yes.
Marie Johnson,
no,
Peggy Kellen,
Yes.
Jim Morgan,
John Morgan, yes.
John, I'm sorry. Linda Rappaport,
Yes.
Rob Rubin,
yes,
Eddie Schleichauer,
No.
Jim Spencer,
Yes.
John Lumia, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yes, 2 no's. Karen Smythe, Keith Odoms,
Yes.
Marie Johnson,
Hold
no,
on, hold on 1 second. That wouldn't mean Keith voted for 4 people. He can only vote for 3.
I'm sorry?
That would be no. I can't vote for her. Yes, that would be no.
Okay.
Keith Odoms,
That would be no, because I can't vote for.
Alberta,
Yes,
right now we only have 1 candidate who's got 5 votes, so it seems to me they should be able to vote one way or the other.
No.
every board member gets 3 candidates, John.
All right. Oh, no, okay, fine. Johnson, Marie Johnson,
no,
Peggy Kellen,
Yes.
Jim Morgan, James Morgan, John Morgan,
Yes.
Linda Rappaport,
Yes.
Rob Rubin,
no,
Eddie Schleichauer,
No.
Jim Spencer,
Yes.
John Lumia, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 candidates, yes. So Karen's got 5 votes. Rubin's got 7 votes. McCormick's got 1, 2, 3, 4 votes. Coffee's got 1, 2, 3, 4 votes. And Marie Johnson's got 1, 2, 3, 4 votes. Because only 2 candidates went move forward. Therefore, we cannot vote for the 3rd candidate, correct, Miss Peggy? Not Peggy, Alberta?
That's correct. So you have the names now of the 2 that
all
the
right.
Wappingers board is going to be casting their vote for.
That's too bad, because it seems to me we should be able to vote for the 3rd candidate with all those in tie. But all right, since that's the rules, that's the rules.
John, Alberta, is it possible to ask if anybody wishes to change a vote?
Yes, that's possible.
Now, is there anyone who?
Does
wants
anybody want to change their vote for Ms. Johnson?
What are the three candidates?
The three candidates,
John.
Ms. Johnson, Coffey, and Ann McCormick. Does anybody want to change their vote? Nobody wants to change their vote. Okay, those are the two candidates. Case closed.
So how many we have right now? We have Smith, Karen Smith, Rubin, Karen Smith, and Rubin.
That's it.
Now you have to read the resolution, okay?
Yes, I will. Resolved that the Board of Education of the Wapager Central School District does hereby cast its votes, one for each of the vacancy. Should I just name them or?
Just name the two people.
Okay. Karen Smith, Rob Rubin, for the following candidates to the Dutchess County Board of Cooperative Education Services, and further authorize the district clerk to certify that a board resolution has been adopted by completing the ballot and placing the next to the name of the candidates from whom a vote has been cast, and further by completing the certification contained on the ballot.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, wait, I need a motion and second, please.
Motion?
So moved.
Second,
Second, all those in favor of the resolution, raise your hands.
Aye.
Please, somebody look, I can't see because my computer is down.
Keith Odubs,
Keith, could you please find out how many people voted for the resolution? I did.
okay, I see. Everybody has their hand up, except Eddie,
Eddie?
except Mr. Sloshaw.
All right, so that's all we need. Case closed.
Mr. Sloshow, what is your vote?
I'm sorry?
No.
Oh, no, thank you.
All right, go. Keith, could you please, I lost my,
No problem. 6.05, second reading and adoption of policies.
Vice President Odums,
Yes.
if I could just interject, I did
Sure.
speak with Dr. Hooley, District Superintendent from BOCES, on that matter that the inquiry was made. And I have an answer to that.
go ahead.
As stated, it was correct. It's 4.856, so it's $4,856,000 as it is on the ballot. That is correct.
In that case, we can go back to that particular resolution. Please read it and we'll vote on it.
that was 603, John.
Okay, so
Do we have to make a motion to now go back to that,
we have to go back.
Ms. Pedro,
Yes,
correct?
Yes.
I'll make a
Technically,
motion.
yes, the motion to take from the table, something like that.
Which
Okay.
number was it, Keith? Because I don't have it in front.
6.03.
I'll make a motion to go to.
John, you want to just finish the last two items and then go back to that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, we could do that. too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Keith.
Just
So
make
we-
it simple.
So 6.04, we completed. And now we're,
6.05.
now we're at 6.05. And 6.05 is the second reading and adoption of policies. Resolved that the Board of Education of the Wapager Central School District hereby approves the second reading of and adopts the following policies based upon the first reading by the board and the recommendation of the policy committee as stated.
So move.
Bob, second.
Second.
Peggy Killen. Any discussion? I'd like to thank Ms. Peggy Killen, the chairman of the policy committee, and those committee members for working so hard on these resolutions. So all those in favor, raise your hands. Unanimous. Go ahead, read the next one, Keith.
Now we're going to go back to 6.03.
Is that the last thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going back to
Make a motion to
6.03.
go back to the previous resolution that bypassed.
And I'll
Second.
second it.
Second,
Second to Rob Rubin, okay? All those in favor?
But
Unanimous.
doesn't he have to read it again, John?
Now he's gonna read it. Read
Yeah, I'm
the,
going to read the approval of the 2021-2022 BOCES administrative budget. Resolved that the Board of Education of the Wapager Central School District casts as one vote to approve the Board of Cooperative Educational Services Administrative Budget in an amount of $4,856,000 and further authorizes the district clerk to certify that a board resolution has been adopted and to complete the ballot by placing the next to approve, indicating how the vote has been cast and by completing the certification contained on the ballot.
So moved. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Kellen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Board members may request additional agenda items.
Tom, go back.
You want me to go?
Ms. Pedro, I noticed we already voted in the resolution to send only 2 board members to the Duchess BOCES. Is it allowable to change a vote if you wanted to? By going back to it? So it's somebody.
Okay, so you're testing my Robert's rules, so I'll have to say it's a motion to reconsider, and only the person can make that who voted on the opposing side. So somebody who voted
No,
yes has to change it, or no to a
Voted
yes.
no.
Yeah,
yeah,
Then
only,
they can only make
a
that
yes
motion.
person, only a yes person can change, can ask for a recount. Got it?
No, whoever voted no, John, on the particular candidates, if you want to reconsider, has to make a request.
Okay, I'll
But I
make.
think the
If there's
whole-
somebody
but I
that you voted no for that you wish to change to
Okay.
yes,
Fine. I voted no, so I would like to make a request to reconsider my vote.
you
Okay.
voted no on which candidate?
I voted no on Richard McCarthy. I'd like to change it to a yes.
Then which yes are you changing to a no?
No.
Richard
No,
Coffey.
yes.
but did you vote yes for 3 candidates?
I voted yes for, let me see. Only
Yes,
2
he
candidates. I only voted yes.
You
for-
did. You can't change.
No,
your
you
vote.
voted yes for more than 2 candidates, for at least 3 candidates.
I voted, hold on, and then I go back to the actual votes. I voted, nah, damn it, you're right. Go ahead, I can't do anything. Okay,
Mr. Lumia,
yes, Morgan.
if we've gone back to reconsider, and is that the point that we're at?
Yes.
Yes,
Are you looking,
Well,
John? I'm sorry, go ahead, John.
In the interest of us using our 3 votes and to move this forward to the larger BOCES community, can I change my yes for Mr. McCormick to a no and change my no for Mrs. Johnson to a yes? And then at least we would have 3 people that would have 5 votes.
But John, you voted no for Marie. You can change
Oh,
that
right.
vote, not substitute a vote.
I voted yes with Marie.
Okay, so I that's what I was asking. So I can't change one of my yeses to a no and then therefore
You
change
can
a no.
change, and I believe Ms. Pedro will confirm, you can change a no to a yes.
But by doing so, I would be casting a 4th yes, which I can't do.
Which you can't do.
Correct.
Right.
That's correct.
What a mess. Let's leave it the way it is. Case closed. Let's forget it. Let's go on. Leave it the way it is. Let's go.
Okay.
Keith.
So, board members may request additional agenda item, discussion items, or requests for information.
Which I think we just did.
Well, I would like to say something if I may. I would like to compliment John Lumia. I would like to compliment Mr. Lumia for his astuteness of the 4.8 million versus, 4.2 million. And he raised the question for clarification. Didn't change the resolution.
I
I would
realize
like to compliment him for
Sorry,
his thorough reading.
as much as I like to be complimented, I wish I raised the issues before the actual meeting itself. Because I think I should have pointed this out prior to the actual meeting itself to get the clears. I'm sorry. I just know when you read the resolution 4.8, I remember this afternoon was 4.6. I wish I had seen the actual and raised the issue this afternoon as opposed to tonight's meeting. With that being said,
Okay, John, a late catch is still a catch.
Right.
But regardless, I wish I caught it this afternoon, so that won't create a lot of confusion. All right.
No confusion. We're just trying to, do the right thing. That's all. It's a good catch.
Anyway, regardless, I'm Keith. Could you, where are we right now,
Well,
Keith?
we are comments from the public.
Are
Mr.
there any
Pedro,
comments
do
from
we
the
have any
public?
comments from the public?
Roberta, are there any comments on non-agenda items?
There are no comments this evening.
Thank you very much. And thanks for being so patient with us. With that being said, I make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
The move.
All those in favor?